In this video, we will look at inverse function. So first, how to find the inverse function. So like previous example, step 1, we will let y equals to the given function. And step 2, we will try to solve for x. Here are the properties of inverse function. First, f of f inverse also equals to f inverse of f, and this is equals to x. Second properties, if we try to find the inverse of an inverse function, so we should get f. And finally, our third properties, f of g inverse also equals to g inverse of f inverse. Now, let's look at example 1. So given fx is equals to x over 5 minus 2x, where x cannot be equals to m, and gx is equals to 1 over x, where x cannot be equals to n. So determine, so the first question, the value of m and n. So here is the value of, m and n. So actually this one is referred to the domain. So here is referred to the domain. So from this function, let's say fx, so in order to find the domain for a fraction, again, let's say, so for a, so fx is equals to x over 5 minus 2x. If you still remember, if we want to find the domain for a rational function, we will let the denominator is not equals to 0. So next step, 5 minus 2x cannot be equals to 0. So 5 cannot be equals to 2x. So x cannot be equals to 5 over 2. I divide 2 to the left hand side. So it is 5 over 2. So from here, we can compare with this one. X, so I try to compare, x cannot be equals to m. So from here, we can say that m, therefore, m is equals to 5 over 2 by comparing both of this one. So m is equals to 5 over 2. Same go to gx. So next, gx is not equal is equals to 1 over x. So again, to find the domain, you will let the denominator not equals to 0. So from here, x cannot be equals to 0. So we compare to x cannot be equals to n. So therefore, I can make the conclusion, therefore, n will be equals to 0. So this is A. Now we move on to B. See, question B, find the range of fx. So the range of fx, so since this is a rational function, so if you still remember on the topic of inverse function, the topic of range of rational function, so B, range of the function of f. So where f is a rational function, so let's say I state here, f is a rational function. Rational function. So in order to find the range for rational function, so this will be equals to domain of f inverse. So I try to write in the form of domain of f inverse. So first, we need to find the inverse function. So I will let y equals to the given function, which is x over 5 minus 2x. Next step, I will multiply the denominator to the left hand side. So I should have y multiplied by 5 minus 2x is equals to x. So I try to expand y times 5, y times negative 2x. So I will have 5y minus 2xy is equals to x. So next, I will move negative 2xy to the right hand side. So here I have 5y is equals to x plus 2xy. Since we want to solve for x, start from y, we will end for x. So I can, here I have x. So what I do in the next step will be, I will try to factorize the x. So in the bracket, 1 plus 2y. Finally, x will be equals to 5y over 1 plus 2y. So start from y, we end with x. So this is our inverse function. So here f inverse will be equals to change y back to x. So here is 5x over 1 plus 2x. So you have to remember for domain of f inverse. So we will let the denominator not equals to 0. So next, 1 plus 2x is not equals to 0. 2x is not equals to negative 1. So x is not equals to negative 1 over 2. So this is the, actually, so next, I change this one. So this is the domain of f inverse. On the same time, domain of f inverse is equals to range. So finally, therefore, range of f, so from here, so therefore, range of f will be equals to from negative infinity to negative 1 over 2, or from negative 1 over 2 until positive infinity. So here is the answer for question B. Now we look at C. So because I have to say I erase some of this one. Later on you can refer back. Okay, let's say because of not enough of space, so I try to erase for this one. Now we look at C. So for C is f inverse of g of 2. So from here, let's say C f inverse of g of 2. First I change to f inverse g2. So what does g2 mean? G2 means that substitute the value of 2 into the function of g. So let's say f inverse. So substitute the value of 2 into the function of g. So this is our function of g, where we're going to substitute the value of 2. So we will substitute into x. So from here, g2, I should have 1 over substitute with 2. So this is the first step, g2. Next, we will substitute 1 over 2 into the function of f inverse. So what is our f inverse? So the inverse function of f is 5x over 1 plus 2x. So we will substitute 1 over 2 into this function, where we're going to substitute into x. So next step will be, so this is our inverse function, 5x now will become 5. Let's say I change to red color, times 1 over 2 over 1 plus 2x. So again, x we substitute as 1 over 2. So let's say I try to solve this part here. 5 times 1 over 2 is 5 over 2 over 1 plus 2 times 1 over 2 will become 1. So finally, here is 5 over 2 over 2, or this is equal to 5 over 4. So this is the answer for C.